Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Recreators, which is on episode 14. Now, looking at this episode and just by skimming through it right now and again and trying to get a gist of an idea of what's really going on, it looks like to me this might be a very short recap in a certain way because I don't think there's a lot more than I could really summarize in other cases unless there's a lot of detail I must really dive into. But if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that after what happened a couple weeks ago on the previous episode, not last week's because that was just a recap, we have to it that the government woman, which I'm just going to call her from now on, is trying to get an event going to a point where they're putting the world at risk right now. And they ask all the animators, publishers, writers, novel writers, I don't know. Just like the freaking important professional workers in the freaking entertainment Japan industry to help out with this kind of project, because right now the world is at stake and Altair is really starting to cause some trouble, and we have to gain a certain acceptance, which is something that is going to be hard to try to get down on. But we also see to it that that despite certain issues and upcomings and what's to come, they decided to try to get on with this project. And of course, people are pretty excited for it in a certain way with the stories coming about. But we actually had some issues between some pro writers and pro drawers or something, because I think Matsubura Masaki along with Yatoji or something were actually having a certain argument of how the story is gonna go, because I guess you can say that they do not like the idea because the way how this is going, and apparently it actually caused a very big rift of attention between them, and it looked like they were gonna get into a fight, which was only natural because everyone gets into an argument or fight if it does not fit well into their beliefs or their kind of working ethics, if anything. And aside from that, we also see to it that that one of them walked out, of course, because he was actually pretty ticked off and he needed some air. And of course, there was a scene between Marine-chan and Sota-kun himself, and they end up having a small talk about drawing and how things are right now. Especially, we cannot just let that hinder us. We're just doing this because we like it and it's really fun. Of course, despite the other guy, which I think Yatoji, I believe, despite having a certain argument, he writes down an idea, and it got into a little more of a tense argument with the Matsubara-san again. But it looks like to me they're willing to try to go with the flow. Sota, on the other hand, wants to talk to Matsubara, and Matsubara declines Sota's request to maybe be part of the project because of what the risks are and what's at stake. Of course, Sota gives out a certain idea which it blacked out, and of course one of our creators was actually laughing at the idea. I think Suruga-san, I think she was actually laughing at the idea, and of course freaking Matsubara-san had a long cigarette onto his freaking mouth right now and goes I don't know sure if I want to put a character in like that, but if I put that in, maybe our story can move forward. And of course we have to it that Meteor-san, Celestia, and Kanoya are trying to look for the magnetic field because of what's been happening lately. But we also see to it that they find one girl which is the magnetic field, which Kanoya says, Celestia, I just found her. And it was a girl in pink hair, which she was revealed later, in the opening, etc. So, overall, like I said, the episode looked really simple. It's just gathering people around and getting a project together, but they actually had a little small fight. That's in a certain way, because it's not going well with their writing, or it's not really, fitting well in the story that they don't believe in, etc. But aside from that, they still willing to, try to come up with certain ideas and try to help each other out. And Sota, on the other hand, has an idea, but it's not revealed yet because it was blacked out. So we're gonna have to find out later and we're gonna have to find out and continue watching to find the revelation later. But aside from that, we have to it that The new ending was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cute in a way because it's all chibi, of course, and many other things aside. But forget all that. We had to it that, of course, like I said in this episode, in simple summary, that gathering people to help out with a certain project to defeat Altair. That's about it. Sorry for making it very confusing in a certain way that I should have put it in those words exactly. But aside from that, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!